Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Dragon Sinker, Descendants of Legend on the Nintendo Switch. What was I doing? Alright, let's go find Lucia, I think? Kinda forget where I am in this game. Found a place for Mokimi Daisy Spoon. Okay, that one. One more subquest in here. There appears to be a dancer over there. Let us see what she is up to. Fruit, delicious fruit. The more you eat and the more you... Huh? Who are you? Yeah. Ah! Beat the crap out of Barney. I don't know how relevant that comment is. I don't even know if that's playing anymore. People are like, what the hell is Barney? one thing? You guys got nothing useful. How would I do crush? Or sleep? Under the cold. Oh, that was scary. But let me thank you for saving my life. By the way, I'm Julia, and I'm in the dancing profession. What's that? You say my younger sister was looking for me? I see why you're here now. As you have probably noticed, I'm doing just fine. But wait, since I have you here, could I get you to take this to my sister? That fruit there is really healthy, and why I came out here to find one for her. She's a health fanatic, you can probably guess. Oh, but look at the time. I should be going. Once again, thank you for stepping in like you did, and please give my sister my regards. Okay, where are we off to? Cuskafall City? This quest was far away. Man. It's nowhere near where I got my quest. Ah, there you are. Were you able to find any Wakibi daisies growing up on Grinch Pass? Yes? Thank you so much for doing this favor for me. From now on, I hope to be able to go pick some myself. Once again, I'm extremely grateful for your help. It's okay to be grateful. It's better to reward. Oh, actually, I think the other girl wasn't. If you're back, does this mean you were able to track down my sister? What? She wanted you to give me this fruit? This is absolutely delicious. It tastes just like the love she's always had for me. Of course, I should also thank you for your kindness, too. And can you guess what? I've decided I'm going to be your wife. What? You're really the Prince Abram, who's a member of the royal family? Well, that doesn't bother me one bit. I'll dance my way to your heart one way or another. Now I look forward to traveling with you. Dancer is a physical attacker class, healer class job. Auto skill. Have HP slightly restored each turn in battle. I guess I'll leave the change as they are. Money for any cool stuff. sisters built. Okay. Alright, where am I headed? Up there-ish somewhere? To do my quests. Looks like yes. Can't tell how to get around there. Hopefully it's on the west side. Otherwise I have to go all the way around to the east. No. There's no way around. reach the Dwarf Kingdom, we must travel north of Cascade Hall cities to Mount Verde. There's no easy way to get there, though. Some of the most valuable ore can be mined here on Mount Verde. However, this place is now a den of monsters, so you must be careful. Tell us about the dwarves. Well, we dwarves are quite skilled with our hands, and owing to that, crafting and repairing weapons is what we do best. Then why don't you take the legendary sword Abram has there and give it a quick fix? I wish I could. However, it is cankered with heavy rust, and if I did a half-baked job repairing it, I have no doubt it would be a total loss. On the other hand, if we travel to the dwarf capital, we should be able to gather the necessary materials to restore it to its former glory. It is said in order to defeat Wormvarg, 3 legendary weapons are necessary. Even I know that. That's why we're out here looking for them in the first place. Not only that, in order for Prince Abram to defeat Wormvarg, it is also believed the cooperation of both the elves and dwarves will be necessary. That's not how I think. I'm convinced if the elves had all 3 legendary weapons, we could take care of the Wormvarg ourselves, and I'll prove it. Well, if you say so. At any rate, do you have anything against first coming to the Dwarf Kingdom? In order to repair Abram's weapon, it will take the help of a skilled craftsman. In the same vein, it is likely the Dwarf King has the ability to repair it himself. Well, if we're going to need the help of the dwarves, then it also sounds like we should meet the Dwarf King, and I believe that's something we can arrange. I would appreciate it. Do not mention it. Now let us be going, shall we? Activated. Oh wow, they're walking faster with this one. Oh, did I not get credit for any healing? Whoops. Huh? It looks to be locked. That's because this land belongs to the dwarves. That door was placed there to keep out intruders, not to mention, it is a great place for mining ore. So, what are you saying? You think we elves would want to come and steal your chunks of worthless rock? It is as your companion says, lass. Do not get into such a huff. There are sour grapes among both humans and elves. That also includes dwarves. At any rate, I have the key to enter with me here. Go ahead and use it, Abram. Good work. way is not open. The way is now open. Oh, he's still paralyzed? Oh, damn. It would appear we have some company waiting for us, Abram. Where do you think you're going, Abram? If we don't get rid of them, we aren't going anywhere. I'm sure Prince Abram has a plan. Is that not right? No. No, my plan was... I accidentally hit the wrong choice. Prince Abram, let us show these elves and dwarves what we are capable of. Comment, huh? Wow. Jeez. That's some damage. Sucked with all the MP, but all. Well done, indeed, Abram. Hey, I helped too. You did a fine job, lass. I'm not the least bit happy getting a compliment from a dwarf. Oh, what a selfish girl. You fought well, Mia. Why are you complimenting me all of a sudden, Abram? Never mind. I don't want to know why. Shall we be going now? The Dwarf Kingdom is beyond Mount Verde and to the north. Let us go, Prince Abram. Let us tomato. What's over here? Nothing? Something? Hello, City, Mount Verde. this really a dwarf city? I don't see any buildings anywhere. That is because we make them underground. Can you not see the door on that small hill there? You can tell us that is a building. Why not take a look inside and see for yourself? Yeah, I can't wait. Of course you cannot. I'll be sure to cook up a pot of the dwarves' best stew afterward, Prince Abram. About that. In any case, I will show you to the king. He's made his palace beneath the small hillock on the north edge of the city. Shall we go? Or now shall we go? Having a dwarf as a team leader increases the team's resistance to abnormal status. Also, having 2 dwarf followers in that same team will fully prevent it. We dwarves like to research too, but those in Timberfell village to the east of Morona Cave have us beaten by a long shot. I heard the whole village is dedicated to the research of various jobs. A fine beard is a dwarf's pride. Now I wonder when mine is going to grow in. Yeah, don't be so anxious. It's just another thing to shave. Hey, young man there. Could I have you help me with something? What I mean by that is, I'd like you to slay a monster that showed up on Mount Verde. Sure, yeah. You have no idea how great I think you are right now. Recently, a friend and I struck a vein of ore up there, but due to this monster showing up, we haven't been able to return and dig it out. To top it off, the same monster feeds on precious ore. At this rate, it'll all be gone if we don't do something and now. I apologize for throwing this all on you, but could I ask you to get up to Mount Verde on the double and deal with this monster ASAP? I'm positive if you search the mount, you'll come across that war-munching beast sooner or later. If you head north from the west side of Atel Grotto, you will find a cave flowing with fire and magma. No one has dared to venture inside, but you may be able to procure some good ore there. If you have an opportunity, I suggest you see what it is to find. You there, young man, do you have any crystals? If you do, would you be interested in an intelligence fragment or maybe a speed fragment for 1 crystal? Nah, I don't even have it anyway. Man, I just bought some stuff. Expensive too. I remember old games like this where you could accidentally sell the clothes that you were wearing. It's like, really? Why would I do that? Why are you allowing me to literally sell the thing that I have on me? And then you could never get it back. Like once you sold it, it was gone forever. You had to either find another save or start over. I'm glad those days are over. Although I'm sure there's some jackass developer out there that's like, I miss the days when you could totally screw up. I'm gonna put that in my game. And hopefully everybody gives him the finger. Oh, you there. Yes, you. You just saw what I did, right? I knew it, and it means you have an interest in me as a duelist, right? I'm such a good mind reader. But here's the catch. I need you to first track down a spellbook and battle guide for me. I believe you can find the first in Cascafall City and the other in Hillborough City. Sure. I knew you couldn't refuse. As you can see, I'm a duelist by trade, and with the magic of an elf and the strength of a dwarf, don't you think I could even be more powerful? With that said, I want you to find me a spellbook and battle guide. I think you can find the first in Cascafall City and the other here in Hillborough City. And I'll leave tracking them down up to you. God, they're so far away, really? I mean, they're on the opposite ends of the map. If Wormfire comes, we can hide underground. That is exactly what we did a century ago, and it worked. There's no use in fighting when you have no chance of winning. There are those here in the city who will trade you items for a large crystal. You might try talking to them if you have one. It was a century ago when the elves decided to take on Wormfark and lost, right? And it's absurd they should hate us for not being foolish like them. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Treasure can be found in both barrels and pots. That is why it is always worthwhile to look in them. The average life expectancy for a dwarf is 180 years. That's shorter than an elf, but roughly twice that of a human. I'll steal some stuff from the Royal Palace. That's okay, right? A duelist is an all-purpose job that allows both physical and magical abilities to be learned. And while each skill uses MP, physical attacks, in particular, increase in strength the greater the MP needed to use them. Where's the Dwarf King supposed to be? There's no one here. Could it be? Ha ha ha! I should have figured you would notice, Abram. That is correct. I am the Dwarf King, Bowen. And I'm his wife, Leala. What? Unbelievable. I'm glad to see at least Abram noticed. Please help prepare the legendary sword, yeah. Of course, that was my intent from the beginning. However, judging from what I have available to me, I lack sufficient materials to restore it to its former glory. If both elves and humans are willing to cooperate, then you have my full support. After fighting alongside you thus far, Abram, I have determined you to be a human I can trust. You did it, Prince Abram. We now have the support of both elves and dwarves. Yeah, thanks to you, It is an honor to serve under you, Prince Abram. How blessed I am to receive such a compliment. Abram's right. With there being 3 in total, there's 2 more to collect. Plus, without them, it'll be impossible to defeat Wormfark. But with only the legendary sword, that should not be a problem, as there is another legendary weapon here in this kingdom. I see you remember it. And yes, That is right. The legendary axe I tracked down is this one right here. What of the last weapon? Right now, I have my subordinate looking into it. I will let you know as soon as they have learned anything. And reforging the legendary sword? If we travel west to Atel Grotto, we should find everything we need there. Let us make for the location at once, Prince Abram. There's no need to be in such a hurry. If anything, I promise to feed you some of my best cooking. Now let us eat our fill this evening and rest well for the morrow. We can leave at sunup. Understood. I will leave preparing supper to you, Leola. Okay, please relax while I get things whipped up. Dwarf cooking, ugh. Did you rest well last night, Abram? I slept like a baby, yeah. I have no idea how you managed to sleep in a hole like this. Unlike humans and dwarves, we elves are sensitive to places like this. As usual, you never have anything positive to say. Neither do you. And at least I'm telling it like it is. This is not the time for arguments. Let us travel to this Atel Grotto and obtain the necessary materials to reforge the legendary sword. I heard you already. We will find Atel Grotto to the east of the city. Now, there are few materials usually required for any quality weapon. However, of star sand and mithril. As long as we are able to obtain the mithril, it should be possible to reforge the legendary sword. Let us go, Prince Abram. That goes for us too, Crummel. Wait, do not think you can leave me behind. You becoming too bound? Is it not obvious? I cannot let you have all the fun alone. Then I'll also join your quest. As you know, husbands and wives are meant to be yoked together equally. You two are a match made in heaven. Now that I can agree with. How about yourself, Prince Abram? What do you think about finding a bride and settling down? For example, with Mia here, or perhaps... Are there laws against harassment like this? Those are my thoughts exactly. There are others out there far more worthy to be Prince Abram's future spouse, unlike this mouthy elf here. What was that? Are you trying to infer I'm not attractive? You're very attractive, sure. Really? If you're just saying that to be nice, I'm going to get mad. Highness, it is not time. Is it not time we be going? You know what? You're right. Now let's go, Abram. Bowen. Such an adorable lass, would you not agree? That I do. Now do I want to go on that quest to get the duelist, or do I want to continue with the adventure? Do you have any followers who have mastered their jobs? If so, they will be able to retain their auto skills even after they change their job. In short, they can become stronger and stronger as they continue to master and change jobs. Our king has a love of wandering the world and is always on an adventure of some sort. Then again, whether he's here or not doesn't change a thing. I've been hitting stuff for a long time. I'll do the duelist quest first. Why they made everything so far away, though? doesn't seem like it's far away, but it's like super far away. It does kind of like it takes a turn to just turn around. I don't know. Jeez, missing a lot. That's a new weapon too. You should be hitting a lot more. What is today, this monster? Yeah. Should we just call it? Yeah. Why not? Just absurdly powerful. Well, the game is on the easiest setting, so maybe things are different than your normal or the hard game. should be able to find a spell book in Casca Falls and a battle guide here in Hillborough City. Literally find it, or have to buy it? What? You want the spellbook I have here? I suppose I could sell it for 300 gold if that'd work for you. That's 300 gold, all right. Now this belongs to you. Now it's about time I took my merchandise and went to peddle somewhere else. There's 450 gold. Damn. Gonna be buying that anytime soon. You slew that monster up there on Mount Verde? I tell you what, I can't thank you enough, young man. Now it's time for me to get back to digging ore. You want this battle guide, you say? Then I suppose I'd be willing to part with it for 300 gold. Yep, that's 300 gold, all right. Now this belongs to you. Originally, this gold for a whopping 6,000 gold, but I'm doing you a favor and selling it to you for this dirt cheap. Remember that. Well, looks like I'm out of stuff to sell for the day. I guess I'll have to go look for some items in another city. Are you serious? You found them? I can scarcely believe you have both a spellbook and battle guide sitting in your hands in front of me like this. I can only bet they were expensive, weren't they? Now I don't know what to do since I don't have the money to pay you back for them. Wait, I know. Instead, I'll pay you back by working under you and earning my keep. So you let me join your party? Great. And with these 2 books you brought back for me, my powers as a duelist would be greatly enhanced, which means I should be of use to you. Also, in the coming years, I don't believe we should be bound by our race. Rather, I believe we should learn from one another and prosper together. In fact, in the future, I may very well marry someone other than an elf. And perhaps I might even marry you. Oh, the very thought of it. Anyway, I'm glad to make your acquaintance. Duelist is a magical attacker class job. Auto skill, the more MP left, the more the physical damage dealt. Also spine. That's how we're going. Didn't any of you notice this place is a furnace? It's burning up in here. Not to mention the bridge is broken, so how are we supposed to get across? I assume much valuable ore can be obtained here. Who cares about your stupid rocks? My beautiful clothes are drenched with sweat. Let us grin and bear. How can you say that? Don't you know elves hate the heat? Not only the heat, but bad smelling things, and dark places. I want to go home. You have done well to find me, you who bear the blood of the legendary heroes. This place is one of the trials created by the dwarves of bygone times. Here you must prove not only your strength, but wisdom too if you intend to come to where I am. The dwarves' place of trials, huh? Now this has my interest piqued. I want to go home. Oh, did I go to the wrong place? Okay, that's a different place. I'm assuming I'm gonna come back here later. The Tall Grotto here has been used for more than 1,000 years to mine ore, and plenty at that. However, mithril, the ore necessary to repair the legendary sword, is extremely rare. Let us hope we can still find some. We will find some. Those are the words I expect from you, Abram. Well, I'm going to be the first to find some. Haha, I do not care who finds it as long as we do find it. Now let us begin our search. Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. We're watching Dragon Sinker, Descendants of Legend on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.